Let's highlight 3 young Nigerians who have been awarded as Heroes of Nigeria for their acts of heroism. Well, 3 young Nigerians were recognized over the weekend by the Indomie Heroes Award, a social responsibility initiative that seeks to encourage the acts of heroism in children who have made notable sacrifices at great risk to themselves and those who have strived to survive despite the unfavorable conditions they found themselves. The young Nigerians received the award in 3 categories: physical bravery, honoring children who have risked their own safety to save or protect others; social bravery, recognizing those who have addressed social issues or helped their communities in significant ways; and intellectual bravery, celebrating young individuals who have used creativity and innovation to solve problems despite limited resources. Kundushima Kawna, a 15-year-old boy, was awarded with physical bravery after he displayed extraordinary bravery when his village was attacked by herdsmen as many fled to safety, while Mary Timbi, a 14-year-old girl who was forced into an unwanted marriage to a 60-year-old man despite her strong desire to continue her education, was awarded with social bravery. And finally, Ilyasu Khalifa Aminu, a talented 16-year-old boy who is fascinated with electronics, was awarded with intellectual bravery. He started with simple repairs by fixing lamps, sockets, extension wires, and radios in his community. His first breakthrough was the creation of a transmitter for a local FM radio station, which he proudly named Ilia Station. Well, let's listen to their journey.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for this, please. This was invented from scratch, from scraps, meaning that he looked around for resources around him, and he did this all by himself, and this works. Ilyasu, congratulations again. You are a winner for our social bravery category. How does that feel?
I'm very excited.
Mary, what is your story?
She was in her community in Ukbam, and herdsmen attacked the community and killed her dad. So the mom ran away with her and her elder brother to the grandfather's place. So on getting to the grandfather's place, the grandfather said that he can't take care of her, so he's going to give her out in marriage. So she said that she doesn't want to get married, she wants to go to school. And then the father insisted, and they took her to give to the old man. They took her to the old man's place, and she stayed there for some time.
How old was this old man?
The man was close to 60 years. So, and then while she was there, she now saw opportunity. She ran away and came back home. So when she came back home, the grandfather said he was going to teach her a lesson, and then they beat her and tied her for 3 days. She didn't see food to eat. So because she had cuts on her body, she was there. So she managed to escape from the house. And because where they were staying was close to the IDP camp, she now ran into the camp. And then the people now asked her that what happened to her, that she had so much cuts on her body. And she explained everything to them. And she said she didn't have money to go to the hospital. That's why she's walking about, because she was just roaming about in the camp. And they now told her that, we had the Doctors Without Borders was treating people for free in the camp. And then they took her there to the Doctors Without Borders. And then Doctors Without Borders asked her what happened to her. And she said she hasn't eaten for 3 days, and she narrated her story to them. And they asked her that, that they're going to refer her to a place where she can get food, and then they provide shelter for her. And so they wrote a note, and they called me, and I said, okay, fine. There was space in the shelter, and then they sent her over to the shelter. And after the documentation, she was not going back to Doctors Without Borders for treatment for her cut. So when she got back, she now discovered that the other girl, she ran away. In fact, she ran away for 3 days in the rice farm. So they all came back to that, they just found themselves in that camp. And so when she heard about their situation, that was how she now told them where they can get help. And then Doctors Without Borders now called me also, and they referred these girls to the shelter. So right now, one of them, she's learning tailoring. And she said she wants to go back to school. So by September, we are hoping to enroll her back to school. And then the other one has been, we got her relative here in Ibadan, and then she came back while the other one is going to school. Then she's now stayed with her auntie, but she's going to school. So that's
amazing.
On a fateful day around 9 p.m., they were about to sleep, so he heard some noise outside. So when he discovered it was herdsmen that came to attack, he ran inside because he was staying in a room with two of his younger siblings. So he ran inside and assisted them to escape. So when he went and kept them far away from the house to hide inside the bush, he wanted to stay there, but he now discovered that 4 of his older siblings were staying in the older room, and his father and mother were not around. So he ran back to assist them too. So when he took those 2 out, and he went and hid them, on his way going, the herdsmen now saw him, and then they started running after him. So he was running until one of them caught him. So the first person that came, he started fighting with him, and he actually overpowered him. But at some point, 2 other persons came and joined, and that was when they started cutting him until he fell on the ground. So they started cutting him on the face, both by the right and the left-hand side. Then one of them removed the matches and wanted to cut his forehead. That was when he used his left hand to block it, and that led to him to lose one of his left hand today. So at this point, he was unconscious, and they left him there thinking he was dead. So he stayed there till around 4 to 5 a.m. when he regained some consciousness, and he struggled towards the house because he heard some noise. So he stayed at the grave of their grandmother and was crying. And then some people heard him and came for his assistance. So during the day, his father and mom came back, and they took him to the hospital where he received treatment, and he's alive today.
And that's where Indomie comes in, by appreciating his bravery.
I mean, amazing, amazing story. I mean, kudos to those 3 young Nigerians. This is an amazing, amazing way to give back to the society. Kudos to Indomie for recognizing this young talent. I mean, these are the young people that should be given national honors.
Thank
Don't
you,
have time.
Indomie, for making this.
Right. I mean, it's a real story. It's a
these are
real
the
development.
people.
Yeah.
I mean, look at that story of bravery.
Yes.
Took one for his community.
All right. Kudos. Please, we need more young heroes. I'd love to thank you all for your great analysis, as always, on What's Trending. Well, that's all I have for you guys on What's Trending today. I'll see you all tomorrow.